He wasn't a first-rounder. He wasn't even projected as Green Bay's top rookie. Yet by December, Jayden Reed, just 5'11", out of Michigan State, had become the Packers' most productive receiver. He led the team in touchdowns, 8 of them, and in total receptions, 64. He did it in an offense built on motion, misdirection, and youth, surrounded by first-year starters, with a quarterback still finding himself. Still, somehow, Reed became the constant. When the Packers' offense sputtered, he was the spark. When drives stalled, he was the bailout option. And when the team surged into playoff contention, his fingerprints were all over it. Reed wasn't supposed to redefine Green Bay's passing identity, he was supposed to learn it. But in a season of transition, no Rodgers, no veteran alpha receiver, he became the rhythm that held everything together. So how does a mid-round rookie become the heartbeat of one of the NFL's youngest offenses? This is the story of Jayden Reed, the rookie nobody saw coming.
Jayden Reed grew up in Naperville, Illinois, a suburb just outside Chicago. Football wasn't just something he played, it was how he learned structure. And for Reed, that structure came early. His father, Sabian Reed, was the one who kept him grounded, demanding effort, discipline, and respect for every rep. When Sabian passed away in 2021, Jayden carried that drive with him everywhere he went. He's said it many times, "Everything I do is for my dad." He taught me discipline before I even knew what football was. But Reed's story isn't just about loss, it's about connection. And one connection that changed everything. At Naperville Central High School, Reed met quarterback Peyton Thorne. The two built instant chemistry, fast routes, faster trust. They stayed together through it all, from high school Friday nights to Western Michigan and eventually to Michigan State, where both transferred in 2020. At Michigan State, Reed finally got his spotlight. In 2021, he posted 1,026 receiving yards and 10 touchdowns, earning first-team All-Big Ten honors. But even then, scouts didn't buy in. They called him undersized, said he didn't separate enough, said his numbers came from college scheming, not NFL traits. Still, Reed's tape told a different story: elite footwork, spatial awareness, route IQ. He wasn't flashy, he was efficient. That efficiency would become his trademark. And when the Packers called his name at pick number 50 in the 2023 NFL Draft, it wasn't about hype, it was about fit. The kind of receiver who thrives not in chaos, but in precision.
With the 50th pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Green Bay Packers, the best franchise, by the way, in my opinion, select Jayden Reed, wide receiver, Michigan State. We always get good receivers in the second round.
When Jayden Reed arrived in Green Bay, there wasn't a clear role waiting for him. No Devontae Adams, no veteran alpha to learn from. Just a young quarterback in Jordan Love, a creative play caller in Matt LaFleur, and an offense trying to find its identity. And that's where Reed's value showed up fast. LaFleur's scheme thrives on motion and timing, shifting receivers pre-snap, forcing defenses to declare coverage, and opening passing lanes before the ball is even snapped. Reed didn't just understand it, he excelled in it. He lined up in the slot nearly 70% of the time, ran motion on over 40% of his snaps, and finished the season with 6.1 yards after catch per reception, top 10 among all NFL receivers. That's elite processing speed, not in running, in thinking. When Jordan Love struggled early in the year, Reed became his stabilizer. Short routes, option reads, motion crossers, the easy throws that built confidence. By midseason, those throws turned into trust. In Week 11 against the Chargers, Reed ripped a 46-yard touchdown on a jet sweep, the kind of play that told defenses he's not just a slot guy. A week later, he led all Packers receivers in targets and yards against Kansas City's top 5 defense. He wasn't the biggest, fastest, or loudest rookie in the league, But in Green Bay's system, he was the most reliable. LaFleur said it best. He's got that dog mentality. Every rep matters to him. That mindset showed up everywhere, from third down conversions to red zone spacing. In LaFleur's film reviews, Reed wasn't just catching passes. He was creating structure in a young offense that desperately needed rhythm. By the end of the season, he'd scored 8 touchdowns, 6 of them inside the 10-yard line. For a rookie in a timing-based offense, that's not coincidence. That's precision. He was supposed to learn the system. Instead, he became the system. After his breakout rookie season, Jayden Reed wasn't just part of a conversation. He was the benchmark. The 2023 receiver class had exploded onto the scene. Puka Nacua breaking records, Zay Flowers electrifying Baltimore, Tank Dell flashing in Houston. But by the start of 2024, each of them faced regression, inconsistency, or injury. Reed, meanwhile, was the quiet constant, a player whose production wasn't built on hype, but on precision. In year 2, his role shifted from surprise weapon to offensive core. No longer the rookie learning the system, he was the system. LaFleur expanded his playbook around Reed's versatility. Slot isolations, motion screens, quick out patterns designed to give Jordan Love his most trusted rhythm read. The chemistry they built in 2023 carried forward. By mid-season, Reed ranked among the league's top receivers in catch rate on third down, and his yards after catch numbers again placed him inside the NFL's top 10. The Packers' offense, once chaotic and inconsistent, now ran through timing, and that timing often started with number 11. He wasn't just reliable, he was predictably efficient. LaFleur used him as a spacing tool, often motioning him pre-snap to manipulate coverage. Defenses began bracketing him inside leverage, forcing Green Bay to counter through deeper vertical routes by Watson and Duops. And that's when Reed's evolution truly showed. He adapted. More boundary routes, sharper stems, better separation on intermediate outs. He was becoming a complete receiver. It wasn't a flawless season. Minor hamstring tightness in late November sidelined him for 2 games, and by December, the offense rotated reps to manage his workload. But even through that stretch, Reed's impact metrics barely dipped. When he was on the field, Green Bay's EPA per play remained among the top 5 in the NFC. By the end of 2024, the league no longer saw Jayden Reed as the rookie nobody saw coming. He was viewed as the engine behind Jordan Love's development, the player who made LaFleur's design work in real time. But as 2025 began, that rhythm and that engine was tested in a way statistics could never predict.
The offseason began with optimism. Jayden Reed entered his 3rd year as one of Green Bay's most dynamic weapons, faster, sharper, and finally recognized as the centerpiece of Matt LaFleur's offense. He looked poised to take another leap. Reporters called him the heartbeat of the Packers' passing game. Then everything stopped. During training camp, Reed began dealing with what the team described as minor foot soreness, the kind of thing players often push through. But it wasn't minor. Doctors later confirmed it was a Jones fracture, a stress injury that can turn from pain to disaster in one snap. That moment came in Week 2 against Washington. Midway through the second quarter, Reed ran a short slant, absorbed contact near midfield, and landed awkwardly on his shoulder. Moments later, he left the field. The diagnosis? A broken clavicle. 2 separate injuries, both needing surgery. On September 17th, Reed underwent double surgery, one to repair the clavicle, another to stabilize his foot. 3 days later, the Packers placed him on injured reserve, officially ending his early season run. Head coach Matt LaFleur kept it simple. He's going to miss a lot of time, but we're hopeful to get him back this year. For many players, an injury like that ends momentum, even confidence. For Reed, it became a study in endurance. While rehabbing, he never disappeared from the team. Headset on, watching film, coaching younger receivers from the sideline. Teammates said his presence was louder than his voice. Calm, consistent, focused. Reports now suggest his recovery window is measured in weeks, not years. Doctors expect him to miss several months, but there's a real chance he could return late in the 2025 season if rehab holds steady.
And even if he doesn't play another snap this year, his influence still shapes the team's identity, a quiet reminder of the rhythm he once set. Because Jayden Reed's story isn't about pauses or endings, it's about continuity. And when that rhythm returns, whether in December or next spring, the Packers will sound like themselves again. He's not just the rookie nobody saw coming. He's the heartbeat Green Bay's been waiting to hear again.